You don't need an MBA. You don't need a PMP. And honestly, that might be exactly why you are still not getting shortlisted for project manager roles. Because in 2026, the game has changed completely. I have spent last 15 years managing projects across e-commerce, AI tools, healthcare platforms, and large-size corporate systems. I have hired project managers, rejected hundreds of resumes, and built teams from scratch. And I can tell you this with complete certainty, most of the advice you see online today is about becoming a project manager is completely outdated. People are still telling you get certified, apply for entry level job roles, learn frameworks, but there is the problem. Everyone is doing that, and that's exactly why most people are stuck. So, in this video, I'm going to show you what actually works right now. If you are starting from zero with no experience, no connections, we are going to break down why project management is no longer an entry level role, even if the company says it is, the biggest mistake that's silently killing your chances, and the exact strategy I would use if I had to restart my career in 2026. And trust me, some of this will go company against what you have had heard before. But by end of this video, you will have a clear practical roadmap, not just learn project management. So let me say something that most people won't tell you straight. Project management is not an entry level job anymore. Even if you see job posting that say junior project manager or entry level PM, what companies actually want is something who has already delivered something, not someone who can do the job, someone who has done it already. And this shift didn't happen randomly. Over the last few years, especially after the hiring boom and the layoff cycle, companies have become extremely risk averse. They don't want to train you. They don't want potential. They want proof. Earlier, a project manager was seen as a person who coordinates teams, run meetings, tracks timeline. But now, they expect you to make execution decisions, handle ambiguity, understand business impact, and still deliver results under pressure. And that's not coordination, that's ownership. And here is where most people go wrong. They try to enter project management directly. They apply to hundreds of roles. They collect certifications. They tweak their resumes again and again. But they are playing the wrong game. Because in 2026, you don't break into project management. You transition into it. You slide into it from positions where you are already close to execution. That's how hiring managers think. And once you understand this, you shift. If I had to restart my career in 2026 with zero experience, I would not apply for single project manager role. Not even one. And I know that sounds crazy, right? Especially if that's your goal. But this is exactly where most people waste months, sometimes years. Waste months and sometimes years. Because think about it. If a hiring manager has two options, someone with certification and no real delivery experience, someone who has already worked on something and no certification, who would they choose? Every single time they would choose the second person. So instead of chasing the title, you need to chase proximity to execution. That's the real game, right? What does that actually mean? You position yourself in roles that is next to project manager, roles where work is happening, decisions are being made, projects are being delivered. For example, operations role, where you are managing workflows, business analyst roles, where you are dealing with requirements, customer support roles in tech teams, where you are really coordinating, project coordination roles. The goal is simple. You want to be in the room where things happening. Because once you are there, something powerful happens. You start understanding how timelines actually break, how stakeholders actually behave, how priorities actually shift. And this is the knowledge you cannot get from any courses or certification. Let me give you a real scenario. I have seen candidates with zero PM title get selected over certified PMs just because they could clearly explain how a project failed, what went wrong, and what they would do differently. And that's what companies are hiring now. Not theory, not intention. Experience, even if it is indirect, but the experience. So instead of asking, how do I become a project manager? Start asking, how do I get closer to the real projects? Because once you are inside that environment, transitioning into PM would be 10 times easier. This is where you separate yourself from 90% of the people trying to get into project management. Because while everyone else is collecting certificates, you are going to build proof. Even if no one officially calls you a project manager, I call this a shadow project manager strategy. Because here is how it works. Instead of waiting for someone to give you a PM role, you start doing parts of the PM role wherever you can, wherever you are. Even in your current job, let's say you are working in operations, support, or any corporate role, there are always projects happening around you. Deadlines, delays, issues, conditions, gap, coordination. That's your entry point. You start small. You don't go and say, make me a project manager. You say, can I help you tracking the tasks? Can I document the risks for you? Can I run this weekly sync? And most people underestimate this part. But these small actions are exactly what project managers do daily. Now, here is where it gets powerful. You don't just do the work, you capture the impact. For example, you identify the risk early, project avoided delay, your important communication, faster turnaround, and you track progress, team delivers on time. And this is the goal. Because now when you go to the interviewer, you don't say, I assisted in a project. You say, I contributed to delivering a project by identifying risks early, improving coordination, and ensuring deadlines were met. Same work. Completely different strategy and positioning. Let me give you something most people miss. Hiring managers don't care about your title. They care about your story of execution. If you can clearly explain what the problem was, what you did, what changed because of you, you already sound like a project manager. And once you stack 2-3 of these PM examples, you are no longer someone trying to break in. You're already someone who has started doing the job. And that's a shift. And that's what gets you hired. Here is something that most beginners completely ignore. Not all project managers are equal anymore. And if you try to become a general project manager in 2026, you are going to struggle. Because the markets are full of them. People know Agile, Scrum, basic coordination, some tools, and that's not rare anymore. What is rare is context. Today, companies don't just want someone who can manage timelines. They want someone who understands what is being built. That's where you win. You need to combine project management within a domain. For example, PM plus e-commerce is equal to managing product. Lunches, supply chain. PM and AI tools, understanding model deployment, data pipeline. PM plus healthcare, compliance, patient workflows. PM SaaS, feature releases, user impact. Now here is the strategy most people miss. You don't need to become an expert engineer. You just need to become dangerously aware. What does that mean? You understand the language, you understand the risk, and you understand what can go wrong and when. Let me give you a real example. If I'm hiring for an AI project and I have 2 candidates, one knows generic project management, one understands how AI tools are deployed, what data issues look like, and where delays happen. Even if both same PM skills, I will always pick the second one. They reduce my risk. That's how hiring decisions are made. So instead of trying to learn everything, pick one space early. Go deep enough to understand workflows, watch real projects, YouTube cases, scenarios, blogs, learn common failure options, learn common failure points, and suddenly you are no longer just another applicant. You are a relevant applicant, and relevance is what gets you shortlisted. Let me be very clear. Your CV is not getting rejected because of lack of experience. It's getting rejected because it's not communicating value in a language recruiters and ATS system understand. Most people write like responsible for coordination, worked with stakeholders, and something like that. These are mistakes. They don't trigger ATS. They don't impress the recruiters and managers. Here is what actually works. You need numbers, action verbs, business impact. Let me show you the real shit. You need numbers plus action verbs plus business impact. Instead of I manage timelines, write led project timelines across 3 cross-functional teams, ensuring 90% on-time delivery. Instead of handled communication, write coordinated between product, tech, and operation teams, reducing miscommunication delays by 25%. Now here are some practical tricks. Always use strong action verbs. delivered, led, improved, reduced, optimized. Add numbers wherever possible, percentage time saved, time, team size, revenue impact. Mention tools and Agile, Jira, Scrum, stakeholders. Show scale, number of users, team, projects, and if you don't have real numbers, estimate. Just estimate intelligently. Even saying improved efficiency is weak. Improved process efficiency by 15% is powerful because now it feels measurable. At the end of the day, your CV should not describe your job. It should sell your impact in seconds. A huge number of project management roles are already filled before they are even posted online. And yet most people spend all their time on job portals, applying, waiting, getting rejected over and over again. That's a long losing strategy. Because in 2026, hiring is not just about applications. It's about trust. And referrals shortcut that completely. When someone refers you inside the company, you are no longer just a resume. You are a recommendation. That changes everything. Now here is where most people go wrong. They think networking means, hi, can you refer me? That doesn't work. Instead, focus on adding value first. For example, reach out and ask smart, specific, and very nice questions. Share insights or learnings related to your work. Show genuine interest in the work that they are doing. And then when opportunity comes up, you're not asking for help. They are willing to support you. Even a single strong referral can outperform 100 applications. So stop playing the volume game and start playing the relationship game. So if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Becoming a project manager in 2026 is not about chasing title. It's about building proof. Because the people who are getting hired right now are not the ones with the most certifications. They are not the ones applying to the most jobs. They're the ones who got close to real work, took ownership even without permission, and learned how to show impact clearly. This is not a linear path anymore. It's strategy. And if you play it right, you don't just hope for PM role, you position yourself in that role. And if you follow everything we just discussed, you're already ahead of most of the people who are trying to break into this role. So don't rush the title. Build the skills, build the exposure, build the story, and the role will follow. If this helped you see things differently, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel because I will be sharing more real, no fluff strategies to help you actually grow in your career. Thank you.